Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Saints had 7-4 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and 8.
Again, it's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
We're good.
Here's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter and misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hooker. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hooker. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Hooker. Oh, and that is incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Carr now to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Kamara try the right side. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd and 5.
Kamara up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. It's Kamara.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A give. This is Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A give to Kamara running right. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Here we go with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Hooker now on 1st down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Now third down and very long. Here's Hooker. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Isaac Yedem picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. It gets this complete to Shaheed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. There he goes, right side. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Hooker on 1st down.
And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
19 tight. 19 tight. No,
They'll go for it. Hooker.
Flushed out right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no.
And here's the former Lion, a fan favorite. It's Jamal Williams.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
What's up? That's up.
On play action, now Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's up.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Hooker's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Looking to throw, Hooker. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Yeah, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the 1st, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hooker's going to throw it.
He's got it to Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
And the Lions 1st down.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Tag! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Dragon 60!
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Kamara up the middle. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So this one